Hello everyone, this week's Parsha is Parsha Balak, and Parsha Balak is extraordinary, one that has no parallel in any other narrative in the entire Tanakh. This episode is about Balak, the king of Moab, who summoned the non-Jewish prophet Balaam to place a curse upon Bnei Israel, and thus enable Moab to defeat them. The sages explain that Balaam had prophetic knowledge of the precise moment each day when God's anger is aroused. And had he been successful in placing a curse upon Bnei Israel at that moment, the entire nation would have been destroyed. Balaam's knowledge empowered him to bring about Holocaust-like acts of which the world had never seen. But God, in his infinite mercy, did not grow angry at all during this period. Balaam was then compelled to proclaim a blessing rather than a curse, and Bnei Israel were thus saved from calamity. What is extraordinary about this incident is that no one among Bnei Israel, not even Moshe Rabbeinu, was aware of what was happening. The entire episode took place without witnesses on several distant hilltops of Moab, far away from Bnei Israel's view. After this incident, God informed Moshe of what had happened and instructed him to record this account in the Torah, in full detail so that it would be remembered for all future generations of Jews. All the other narratives in the Tanakh, including the events of the Garden of Eden, who were told by the first-hand witnesses. This is only incident recorded in Tanakh that is only through God conveying the information to Moshe. This incident thus teaches us a profound lesson regarding the nature of God's protection over each and every individual. The day Balaam arrived in Moab to deliver his curse, Bnei Israel conducted themselves as they did any other day. They woke up, collected their portions of Ammon, and so on. They were entirely unaware of the moment they were at risk of annihilation, that the future of the Jewish people was in doubt, and as the events unfolded, they had no idea that God intervened on their behalf 3 times to save them from the catastrophe. All this was only told to them later on. We too lived our lives without realizing what protection God grants us every moment. We occasionally read the newspaper of planned terrorist attacks and have been foiled, but these constitute but a fraction of the attempts that have been failed without anybody ever knowing. All manner of bacteria and viruses fill the air at all times, and we go about our business without even thinking of how God protects us from illnesses. Like Bnei Israel in the wilderness, who were saved from calamity, without even realizing that they were in danger. We are given divine protection on a daily, hourly, and even minute-by-minute basis, unaware of the dangers that can be lurking. This helps us understand the unique importance ascribed to the events of the Parsha. The prophet Micha records God exhorting Bnei Israel to always remember what Balaam had sought to do to them. What's more, that the Talmud Barachot 12b teaches that the sages consider including the story of Balaam into a daily Shema recitation, because it contains a verse that speaks of Bnei Israel sleeping soundly and peacefully as a lion. Even when we sleep, we are unaware of the potential dangers we face. God offers us protection. The realization is indeed of such significance that the Parsha Balak was considered worthy of inclusion in our daily prayers. King David describes God as a luas nifalot gedolot levado, performing great wonders by himself. At first glance, the term levado, by himself, in the verse seems to refer to God's exclusive power to perform miracles, that his might is unparalleled to any other being. In truth, however, this tenet is so basic and fundamental that it would seem superfluous for David to make such a declaration. The Khatam Sofer therefore explains in this verse to mean that God performs miracles alone, in private, so to speak, without anyone else knowing. The miracles that we do see, and those of which we are told, like the incident of Balaam, are intended to demonstrate the kind of protection we receive each day in each moment. We should thus inspire within our genuine sense of appreciation of God's special love and caring for his beloved nation. Thank you all for listening, and have a great day.